Welcome to this published authors show. My name is Kenneth Muyingo, and with me I have a special guest that I will be interviewing. First, I just want to mention, if you watch this interview and you would like to write a book yourself, to become an author and write your first book, there's a link with this interview for you to join the group, become an author and write your first book, to connect with like-minded people who are doing the same. And with that said, I would like to get into the interview by asking my guest to say hello to our viewers and listeners and to introduce himself.
Hello, readers, and authors and viewers. My name is Andrews, and I am from India, from the state of Kerala. I am an author. I am the author of Too Bitter to Swallow. It has been published by notionpress.com and distributed by amazon.com, amazon.in, then flipkart.com.
Very nice. And so the title of the book is Too Bitter to Swallow.
Yes.
Very nice. Um, Tell us, if somebody's watching this interview and they would like to know more about Andrews, what can you share with them?
Right now, I am a college teacher. I have
Okay.
written a book.
Yes.
As you know, the name is Too Bitter to Swallow. And I was a journalist previously for about 26 years in editing.
Aha.
Yes. After
Wow.
that, I after that I jumped to teaching. I was working in English dailies in India, especially in the northern part of the country.
Yeah.
And I'm from the state of Kerala, which is in the southern edge of India.
Yeah.
It is known as the most literate state. It is known as the most educated state in the country, and with a high standard of living of life. Arguably, the state with the highest quality of life and highest standard of living in India.
Very nice. And you mentioned that you were a journalist for 26 years.
Yes,
Wow, that's a wealth of experience.
that's an experience in writing. It is right. Especially, I was in editing.
Yeah.
I was not in reporting. I was in editing. I was not a correspondent. I was an editor.
Yeah. Very nice. And then you switched careers and you became a college teacher.
Has to become a college. Has to invest. I was forced to become a college teacher
Yeah.
because after 53, 57, there is no scope for a journalist in
Yeah.
the in a newspaper organization or in a magazine.
Yeah.
Normally, they are not interested in people who are above 60 or
Yeah.
at 60.
Yeah.
So I was forced to join teaching.
I see.
First, I was teaching in a higher secondary school.
Yeah.
Then I shifted to a college. Now I'm teaching in a college.
I see. And so let's talk about the book, Too Bitter to Swallow. When did you publish the book?
Yes, it was published in 2016, July
2016.
July 16.
Very nice.
About 5 years have passed.
Yeah. And what inspired you to write the book, Too Bitter to Swallow?
What inspired is that one is that there are certain notions which I felt was wrong. Like my book, part one is talks about an entrepreneur and a businessman. There is a saying in that a businessman is different and an entrepreneur is different. After all, entrepreneur is basically a businessman. So you
Yeah.
can't separate a businessman and entrepreneur. If a businessman is enterprising and he is ready to run many businesses and he is ready to take risk, he's an enterprising businessman. When he
Yeah.
becomes an enterprise business, he's an entrepreneur. Dictionary meaning of entrepreneur is that one who runs many businesses which has the potential to take risks. So my
Yeah.
point is that if you are a businessman and if you are ready to take risk and if you are ready to launch many businesses, You are you are an entrepreneur. So
Yeah,
there is no point in segregating an entrepreneur and a businessman.
I
This
see.
is the gist of the
Yeah,
part one of the book. I explain how business is being done in India, especially in southern states of India.
yeah,
How they are so enterprising, how they are spread their business into different towns, different cities, and different village towns,
yeah,
trying to capture the whole market and try to improve their financial position. When you capture many marks, when you capture many marks, you will get so much business that
yeah,
will generate money and you will become rich.
yeah,
And you also in the process you also will get reputation.
yeah,
You become a reputed organization. Your organization or your firm becomes very reputed.
indeed.
That way, I have described many things.
Yeah, I see. Wow, it sounds a
And
very
I told you it
interesting
is
topic for this time.
definitely. And in my postings, I say in my Facebook post, I say my book is not a horror fiction. My book is not a what do you call a scientific fiction, nor is it a romantic fiction. It is a non-fiction, but I will call it a reality fiction.
Reality fiction.
In the sense that this reality is described. It is an account of economic development in India and business economic development and business in
Yeah,
India. So when I say reality fiction, that reality fiction is described through my experiences, my observations, my inferences,
yeah,
and all this will take the form of incidents, anecdotes,
I see.
episodes. So you may feel one of my readers who is a dentist, he was telling me once you start reading this book, you can't keep it down.
Yeah,
It is so interesting, they say.
I see.
Maybe it has the style or it has the form of a fiction.
Yeah. So it's
When you sometimes,
I like how you called it reality fiction.
no, that can be called a reality fiction because what is fiction? Fiction will be there will be so much incidents, so many incidents, so
Yeah,
many mainly incidents, episodes, anecdotes.
yeah,
In my reality fiction, there will be observation, there will be assumptions, there will be
yeah,
inferences.
yeah.
These three items are conveyed through episodes, anecdotes, incidents.
Very nice. And now
When
that the
I say
book,
real,
go for
okay,
it.
okay.
Continue.
When I say reality fiction, there is another meaning to that. It is as interesting and as amusing as a fiction.
Okay, I see.
That's what
Um,
I mean, mean by reality. That also is the meaning of my meaning of reality fiction.
I see. Another question. What is the vision that you have for this book?
No, I can't visualize its future because as an author or as a writer, my future depends upon the readers. If they accept it, I will have a future. If they reject it, my future will be very bleak.
I
That's what I
see.
feel.
Okay. And the question, maybe if I could rephrase it, is where would you like this book to go?
Where would you like to visit to this? I mean,
Because
where?
you said
Sorry, repeat the
that
question.
your future of the book depends on your readers.
Hmm. Yes,
I see. Okay. And so the vision in a way could be that the book gets in the hands of the readers so that they can read it and uh, apply the
they
knowledge
will
that
like
is in
it.
it.
They will give good reviews. they will share their knowledge, or I mean, share their experience with their friends who are readers. They will
Yeah,
buy it like that. That process will go on. Then my future will be bright.
I see. Very nice. And so you had an experience with editing for 26 years. Uh,
Yes,
and then
I
you,
had an experience in marketing also. Three
wow,
years experience in marketing.
very well. And you mentioned that you had to change careers, but was your first experience with writing when you became an editor, or was there an experience in writing before that?
I wrote my book after I retired from journalism.
Yeah, very nice.
I was not writing the book when I was an editor.
Yeah, you wrote the book after you retired. And how long did it take you to write the book?
I think hardly 7 or 8 months,
Oh, very nice.
because there were many experiences, observations, and many such things, and they formed an idea in me, and I started writing. In fact,
Yeah,
that was coming right from the heart.
yeah, very nice. And so the main uh, premise for the book, Too Bitter to Swallow, can you share some of that with us without giving a lot of it away?
Sorry.
What's the main premise of the book, Too Bitter to Swallow?
Main premise is another. I told you, I described or I told about you what is called part one.
Yeah,
Part two is economic development,
yeah,
about economic development.
uh,
According to me, economic development of a nation can claim to be developed only if its economic development is complemented by social development and human resource development.
yeah,
Unless there is social development and human resource development, there is no point in having economic development,
yeah,
because due to economic development, there will be high GDP, there will be high generation of income. That income should be utilized for the development of the human resources. And
I see.
that development of human resource will end up in social development, because the nations or country's greatest asset is human resource. I feel so. I don't know whether you would agree with me.
I
I
agree with
feel
you.
that the greatest asset of a nation is its human resource. Unless and until that human resource is not developed, how can a country be developed? How can a country can claim to be developed?
Yeah,
Different countries will have different regions. If one region is developed, you can't tell that it is development.
yeah,
All suppose in my state of Kerala, there are three regions. One is called Travancore, another is called Kochi, and another is called Malabar.
yeah,
If only Malabar is development, you can't say that Kerala is developed.
yeah,
You could say Kerala is developed only when these three regions are developed.
yeah,
When these three regions have high economic development, high social development, and high human resource development, then there will be fair distribution of wealth, high standard of living, high standard of living, and high quality of life. Then only that state or that country can claim itself to be developed.
indeed. Wow, it's
This is another point which has struck me, and I have written based on that.
yeah, I see. And choosing the topic, Too Bitter to Swallow, was there a process that you went through, or was it a clear decision from the beginning?
No, I did not get the question properly, sir.
Okay, let me rephrase the question again. When you chose the topic, Too Bitter to Swallow,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
was it a clear decision for the topic, or you had to go through a process of first writing and then you decided afterwards?
I wrote the book and then automatically the title came to me.
I
I
see.
did not I did not create the title first and wrote a book on that. No.
Yeah,
I wrote the book and automatically this title came to me.
very nice. And something else, I've heard some people say that most authors are readers.
Yes.
Do you also see yourself as a person who reads many books?
No, I used to read. I read. I am a very good reader. I am a fan of Gabriel Marquez.
Very nice. Can you tell us some of the authors that inspire you?
One
You
greatest
said Gabriel
inspiration is from
Marquez?
Gabriel Marquez. Then there are so many poets and romantic poets like John Keats.
Yeah,
Then American poet Robert Frost.
yeah,
Then William Shakespeare, the greatest inspiration.
indeed, indeed. Yeah. And
Then I have gone.
you said you have one more?
Now I mean to say there are so many authors to name.
I see. And some people say that they
Many
prefer
American
to have,
authors and English authors. So many American authors and English authors. I mean those authors from the UK, United Kingdom or Britain.
I see. And some people prefer to have books, physical books, or to use audiobooks. What do you prefer?
Normally, I prefer paperback edition.
Paperback. Very nice. I see. And are you writing on any other books at the moment? Are you working on anything
At the
else at the
moment,
moment?
I'm not writing. I'm not writing
I
because
see.
I want to get. I want to see that this book becomes accepted, or I want to the people, the readers, to accept this book.
Yeah,
That will make me happy, and that happiness will inspire me more to write. I have ideas to write, but
yeah.
right now I'm not writing.
I see. Very nice. Um, this was very inspiring indeed. Thank you so much, Andrews, for making time for it. I just want to know, where can people buy your book?
Online, Amazon.com.
Uh,
International readers can buy it from Amazon.com, or Indian readers can buy it from Amazon.in and Flipkart.com.
okay. If you can, we will add the links with the interview so that people can access them to buy the book. And if somebody watches
I
this
hope you it is.
interview,
Pardon?
I said, if somebody watches this interview and they would like to connect with you, what's the best way for them to contact you?
Facebook is the best way.
Facebook is the best way. Very nice.
Then I have an email ID, as you know.
Yes. We will put the link to your Facebook and your email with the
Yes,
interview so that people can connect with you.
yes, I have an email ID and I have Facebook. I have 3 Facebook IDs, and
Very nice.
all the three Facebook profiles are have the same name. Andrews Other San. San is my pen name. Andrews is my real name.
Yeah,
One should not mix it up.
I see.
Andrews is my real name and San is my pen name.
I
Some people were
understand.
asking whether you are marketing a book written by San. No, San is myself. That is my pen name.
Yeah,
Andrews is writing in the pen name San. That's all.
I see. My last question, is there anything else that you would like to share that we have not been able to address in the interview?
To talk about the book, this book has, in a way, criticized the liberalization policies that is happening throughout the world, not only in India. I feel that runaway liberalization or liberalization without any protective elements is not good for a country.
Yeah,
There should be some protectionism. Protectionism, protection of a country's own interest.
yeah,
You can invite a lot of foreign direct investments, but at the same time, you have to look into your country's needs, country's interest. That has to be protected. Where it has to be protected, it has to be protected. Where liberalization has to be liberalized, where it has to be liberalized, it should be liberalized. Where it has to be protected, it has to be protected.
yeah,
There is no need for a complete liberalization and complete protection. Both are dangerous.
yeah,
Complete liberalization means complete right. Complete protection means complete left. Too much leftism is dangerous. Too much rightism also dangerous. A mixture of both will be the best, in my opinion.
indeed.
I'm expressing my opinion and I'm taking the examples of two states and proving that. I don't know how far it will be taken by the readers.
Yeah,
If they accept it well, as I told you earlier, my future will be bright. If they are going to reject it, my future is likely to be bleak. I hope it is not bleak.
yeah.
I will request all authors and readers to read my book and write good reviews in Amazon.com and Facebook and share it with their friends.
Very nice. Thank you so much for making time for the interview, and I will sure be keeping in touch with you.
One thing, will you